And this is a feature that you find in very high-end graphic workstations and maybe very high-end point-op 3D hardware today. It's never been seen in the consumer market. So you have the ability to then move the camera in and out and around with incredible smoothness, which makes everything look very real. Another feature in hardware is perspective correction. The image that's on the left, you can see that as the texture map that's on the wall is getting closer and closer to us, as it moves to the left side of the image, it's starting to get distorted. And that's because none of the hardware systems today have this perspective correction feature. On the far side of the slide, you can see the brick wall is done accurately. The floor purposely was done without any perspective correction. It's a little hard to see here, but if you got a close look at it, you realize it doesn't look so three-dimensional when you're not using that feature. So we can use that feature all the time because it's in the hardware. Another really exciting feature is the Z-buffer. What this basically means is if I've got a fairly complicated 3D world and I want to move the camera angle, sometimes I'm going to be looking at objects that are obscuring or hiding other objects, and I need to be able to figure out automatically how to render that scene, how to draw what parts are visible and hide what parts are not visible. With the Z-buffer capability in hardware, we can do this automatically. On that opening clip, that was a sample of what gameplay could look like on the AM2. Now we're going to go back and look at what texture map graphics have been, starting with 16-bit. This is 16-bit Mortal Kombat. Notice the low frame rate, small number of colors. Here's a similar type of game too. A lot more colors.
There we
Virtua
go.
Fighter. Notice a big jump in the frame rate, but a big drop in the complexity of the scenery. The character is very simple.
Yeah.
Here we have Toshinden on Sony, which has some degree of texture mapping capability, so it looks a little bit better. Now we're going to go to the same type of application what it would look like on the M2. Notice the high frame rate, the smoothness of the movement, the ability to move the camera. You probably move it not this much in a real game, but we're trying to be dramatic here. And the incredible depth of color.
You're right.
We actually use motion capture technology with a real martial artist to create the girl that's fighting there. The dinosaur is an off-the-shelf 3D model. We tried to get one of the dinosaurs from Jurassic Park, but they demanded unique scale. It's an incredibly natural frame rate. Okay, grow shading. First we're going to look at Ridge Racer on the PlayStation, which does not have grow shading, and then we'll look at the car as you can see it on the M2. Notice how flat the surfaces are.
Yeah, but still a good game.
What a difference.
It's too bad it won't look like that. Jesus.
Okay, filtering and bit mapping. This first demo is going to show you some panels of colors moving together, which shows you how easily we can blend together these images because of our filtering capability. Oops, I got the wrong one. This is showing bit mapping first. On the bottom of the screen, you're seeing bit mapping, and you notice that as you zoom into the scene, it's very natural. When you look at the top, it's the same data with the bit mapping turned off. Notice that the green grass kind of flickers at you as you zoom in and out, and when you get in close, you lose a lot of the detail, and it gets very blocky. Again, on the bottom, with the bit mapping and the hardware, you get this capability for free. It makes it a dramatic difference. Here's a Doom on the 32X showing how you get close, you get the blockiness. Here's a similar style of game, what characters could look like on the M2.
Ooh, I wish.
Yeah.
And then you woke up.
The demo with the panels moving together. What you want to try to picture on this first demo is take the car, look in the cockpit, see through the glass, see the driver, look out the glass on the other side and see a building, and have your application automatically know how to make all that work without requiring the application to think about it. You can see this sort of seamlessly able to blend these things together. Very high color resolution, and multiple levels of transparency. The real key in being able to make things look natural. Okay, now we're actually going to go back and show you the wireframe of the scene. Notice that there's a dolphin moving around. You can see him because we don't have the color drawn, and we don't have the Z-buffer turned down. Notice the palm fronds are very simple and blocky as we go through. And now we're going to add the color. and you can notice the steam will look a lot better. Notice now a lot more detail on the bikini wall and the water. The dolphin disappears, the boat's hidden behind the trees, all being done automatically by the Z-buffer. Watch the detail on the trees because of transparency. And again, you can have an unlimited frame rate, and we can move the camera as much as we want. Unlimited light sources. It's all just free. It's part of what the hardware can do. Here's another transparency factor, which is fog.
It's a little too slow.
It works just like the real thing. Okay, this is a little bit hard to tell because it's recorded on the video, but the first two clips you're going to see are Cinepack video, which is a software compression scheme that's very common on 3DO and other machines. And you'll notice some blocking artifacts. If you look around the guy's head, you'll see some of that blockiness. It's still pretty good. We heard a couple years ago you couldn't do that at all. And now, of course, with MPEG, it's just videotape quality from the get-go. I think this is going to be a particularly useful feature for educational software, for infotainment software.
What infotainment?
Okay, now we're going to look at sort of a migration in the quality of 3D style applications, starting with Road Rash on the 16-bit machines. Notice the low frame rate, the limited number of colors. Here's a 32x virtual racing, higher frame rate, very few colors. Here's Road Rash on
He looks the
now we're
same.
getting up to a reasonable frame rate and a lot of color. This is Daytona for the Saturn, which is comparable. Likewise, Ridge Racer for the Sony PlayStation. I'm sort of putting it this way just so you can see what a quantum leap the M2 is. Because here's the same kind of game that it would look like on M2.
Looks nice. Too bad it's not gonna be on the real system. God.
Okay, now I want you to sit back and enjoy. I'm going to show you two complete clips of what gameplay might look like, and you get a chance to imagine yourself actually using these applications. been reduced to these 3 chips. We're looking forward to coming back in a few months to give you more details about how we're going to roll it out. In the meantime, we're delighted to be able to show you this glimpse of what the next generation is going to look like even before our competitors have caught up with our current product. And we're looking forward to having a great E3 show with the current 3DO system and a great year with it. And I would be delighted if you want to stick around and ask me or other executives with 3DO questions about the business. We'd be happy to answer them. And of course, we'll be able to show up in the next few days. So thanks very much for joining us.